Stream Elements said Ye Old Nerdcast is now live. Streaming, just chatting, hanging out, catching up on gaming news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a pretty okay Tuesday evening. I'm joined with Suki. It's a rare Suki sighting, although you probably can't really see her. This poor patchy scabbed up kitty is sitting in my lap right now for the first time in a while, actually. I remember she used to be a regular. She used to be a regular on the stream, and then I guess she got too big for it. She was like, those people are beneath me. Although right now, my poor little lady just wants me to rub up on her. Oh, Suki. I'm gonna get that biopsy for you. Oh, man, I've been working at this place for like almost a month now at this point. This is the 4th week, and I still haven't gotten my first check yet. Which, I mean, it's processing. It should go through on Friday. But holy smokes, man, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'm in a bit of a fiscal pickle as a result, because, you know, before at least I had unemployment, and then
Street Corner Becky asks, how old is Suki?
Yo, what's up, Vince? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? She is 3. She's 3. But yeah, see, you can't really see her right now because she's on my lap. She's covered up, and you know, she's dark, so I don't have the best lighting in here for that, but she's lost a lot of fur around her face, and it's all scabby. She's like really itchy all the time. Yeah. So I gotta get the biopsy and figure out like if it's autoimmune or what's going on. A part of me hopes that it's autoimmune and can be treated with some medication, because if it's just allergies, then there's a possibility that like nothing can help outside of, you know, moving someplace else.
Becky asks, Laura is wondering what her food bowls is made from.
Oh, I don't know the specifics on that, but I mean, this is just something that, I mean, she's eaten out of, you know, the same food bowls basically since I got her. You know, obviously I wash them and stuff, but you know, it was just very random how this flared up. I don't think it would be anything involved with the bowl, but I mean, I guess it's an allergy. It could be anything. I tried switching up her food a bit too, and I didn't see any noticeable difference. I mean, it could just be something in the air. Who knows? Oh, you little lady. You little scabbed up lady. That's another thing, is like when she itches, she scratches herself so furiously, and her claws are like talons, and she does not let me get anywhere near them to trim them either. Look, I just touched it, she already started freaking out. She lets the vets, so I guess next time I take her there, hopefully within the next week, they can you know, trim up her claws. But as a result of me sitting here comforting the little lady, I figured it was a pretty good time for me to take a break from gaming and catch up on some stuff. Oh, Suki agrees. She's sitting here trying to push the, she's rubbing her head up against the mic stand rather, the mic arm. Just trying to get comfort wherever she can get it, I suppose. Oh, there you can see a bit of her. You can see a little bit of her. Yeah. You little lady. I'm really sorry you're going through this, you know. But I figured, yeah, this is a pretty good time to, I guess, catch up on... Oh, what's up? Oh, okay. Okay. Don't fall. Don't fall. This is a pretty good time to catch up on some gaming news and just kind of hang out and chat. If you have anything you want me to react to, by all means, share a link. And the first thing I'm going to watch, though, is going to be the Witcher 4 tech demo. That dropped earlier today, but man, I was so busy at work.
_Stormshot said a lot of cats have an allergy to plastic bowls. Metal or rubber are better.
Yeah, these are plastic. I guess I could try switching the bowl to metal. I mean, I put their wet food on ceramic plates. So, I don't think that's it, but those bowls there are plastic, so maybe I should, I could try swapping out to a metal bowl, and hopefully that'll... Oh, okay. We talked about food, and she was like, oh, that's right. I have food there. I'm gonna go eat it. Chow down, lady. Yeah, I could try swapping out to a metal bowl, for sure. Hello, She Stormshot. Oh, man. But yeah, the Witcher trailer dropped earlier. I didn't get a chance.
Street Corner Becky said at She_Stormshot and I are playing Elder Scrolls Online. It's actually pretty fun.
Have you not played that before? Fill up my water. I couldn't do any of my pre-stream stuff. My pre-stream prep stuff because the lady was in my lap. I didn't want to disturb her, so I was like, alright, I guess I'm just...
Street Corner Becky said we tried it a few years ago, but didn't hook us then.
What's different this time? They just make a bunch of nice updates? Okay. Yeah, this thing dropped and I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it now.
Screenshot said less than equals at Street Corner Becky's fiance.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember you were in here before. I do remember that much. Hello? Oh, let's see. What I had seen of this looked pretty damn impressive, but I'm gonna watch this thing and see what else is up with it.
Street
a lot of the
said, yeah, they've had some great updates.
Oh, nice. There are a lot of like initial impressions that people are like, yeah, I remember when they showed off Cyberpunk at E3. I'm not buying it. Which, fair enough. That's a fair reaction, I think. I think CD Projekt Red probably burned a lot of people. What the There we go. CD Projekt Red probably burned a lot of people with Cyberpunk that I think it's pretty... Wait, why is that... Why is my... They probably burned enough people to where, you know, I think it's acceptable that people would be skeptical of any claims that they might make about Witcher 4. Technical presentation, not actual gameplay.
Sleep is he, the plowing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract.
I wonder if the subtitles will work. Oh, wait. Nope. I may as well just turn those back off.
She_Stormshot said Cyberpunk was terrible when it came out, but apparently the Liberty DLC restored a lot of trust.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk 2.0 and the Phantom Liberty expansion were amazing. They were both amazing. And like, but that's the state that the game should have been in when they released it. And the state that it actually was in when they released it was dismal at best. I mean, the core gameplay was still fine. I mean, I did buy the worst version of that game when it came out, which is the Xbox version. But I beat it still. So clearly I had enough fun with it, but it wasn't in good shape.
She_Stormshot said they were under pressure by investors.
Well, they were lying to their investors. I think there was a lawsuit. I don't think that they lost it, though. But there was a lawsuit about investor fraud based off of, you know, them making claims about where Cyberpunk was in its development, particularly around consoles. The console versions.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
You know, I don't know how I feel about controlling... Wait, hold on a second. Wait, Siri has Witcher eyes now? When did she undergo the trial of grasses? Alright, that's an interesting revelation. Okay, I guess this is where they're just going to talk about the game engine.
And welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt.
I don't know how much I care about the specifics of what they're about to say.
Hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
We're ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, I can put this back on normal speed now. I mean, it looks incredible.
Technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir. And you'll get
you get to go to Kovir.
Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
I mean, Kovir doesn't look that different from Kaer Morhen, honestly, but you hear a lot about it.
All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
I guess I'd have to feel how it controls, but I don't...
And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you get realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
But like how... Oh my god, they busted out the fucking X-ray vision to show the fucking horse muscles, but like, look, you're gonna be, like, does it matter? You're looking at the horse's ass the entire time.
So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has the same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle.
Modeling every single leaf. I mean, it looks incredible.
Rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that,
Don't
together
fall.
with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
I mean, what's got to be important is like how all of this looks and renders when you've got like 7 monsters all spewing VFX heavy particles while you're spinning around with your sword.
A hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places
Like,
where you can meet shady
Oblivion
characters or
Remastered looks
other
impressive,
from other
but
lands. It's also
once you
where
get
to
a certain amount of NPCs on the screen, it turns into stop motion.
High-tech,
A
let's
female
leave, go take care and
protagonist?
explore the
Whoa,
marketplace and food.
not buying this DEI trip.
Yo, what's up, Taco? Welcome back to the
So
stream. How are you
excited
doing?
to finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valkyros has to offer.
Honestly, I felt a certain way about them making Siri the protagonist in this, but not from a woke perspective. I just kind of wanted to see a different Witcher lore.
Furry rascal will often wink, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens.
Siri should
around
have tripped
you,
that kid.
Sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
The heck is
Haunted
going on
Taco
here?
12 said, hey man, not doing too bad. My shoulders are a bit sore from my practice earlier, but otherwise okay. This game looks absolutely beautiful. I hope it means a lot for Cyberpunk 2.
Okay, so this is
Yeah,
the
it looks
game
great.
with Quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred.
I mean, there are big benefits to switching from the Red engine to Unreal. Especially if you're a premier developer like CD Projekt Red. You get all of Epic's top-notch technical support.
No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say...
Haunted
they'll not
Taco
reach you.
12 said Unreal is good, but it has a lot of
As for
problems
the
too.
salt,
Oh, for sure.
found not one
Every
speck.
game engine does.
I presume this comes
Every
as a
game
surprise.
engine is all about learning how to work around its flaws while maximizing its
This
potential.
smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Manticore. No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of them.
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod.
I always like the word fishmonger.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
I mean, I don't know why, because, like, visually it's impressive,
But the great performance
but
deserves
all
a
of this
fierce crowd, though.
NPC
Let's rock
interaction, it is more advanced than Witcher 3, but honestly, there was a lot of impressive stuff going on in, like, Novigrad and shit.
So you are
with
seeing
respects to
tons of
NPCs.
optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework.
I guess it is a little
allowing
bit
us
more
to think easily
complicated.
in our
It does look a
60
little bit
FPS
more
budget,
realistic.
Not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we are making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Haunted Taco 12 said I'm not turned to just graphics and NPCs though. What I'm seeing is very pretty, but I hope it isn't just a mirage.
Open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
Chi_Stormshot said it looks computer melting good.
Seriously. They say this one's running on a PS5 though, so that's your marketing for purchasing a PS5. Although it'll probably be PS6 by the time this game comes out.
Onward, Kelby. We've worked.
I mean, the PS5 is going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than a fucking 5000 series.
Haunted Taco 12 said apparently Siri will take the helm of a trilogy. Gilf Connoisseur said got to sell them high-end graphics cards somehow.
Yo, what's up, Gilf Connoisseur? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, they do. They do got to sell them cards. Who they'll sell them to, I'm not sure. But, it probably won't be me. Those things get pretty fucking pricey now. Nonetheless, I got lucky on the card that I have now, which is, you know, it's an old card. It's not the best in the world. It's a 3080. But at that time when all the crypto mining farms started crashing, I jumped onto eBay.
Doing good, applying to jobs again, been doing it in waves.
Good luck with that, man. Seriously, I understand how that is.
Haunted Taco 12
Whoa.
said I hope that CDPR
Don't
really
fall.
has their stuff together with this. They haven't had great launches for the past few games.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of comments that I was seeing were people saying that they don't buy it. Like, because of the Cyberpunk 2077 E3 thing. They're like, I don't buy it. You're just flipping around back and forth, aren't you, lady?
Haunted Taco 12 said The Witcher gets a ton of praise, but it also had a crappy launch.
I didn't play Witcher 3 until, like, years after it at launch, so, like, most of the bad bugs had already been patched by the time I got to it. But really, what game has a relatively bug-free launch nowadays, aside from Nintendo games?
Haunted Taco 12 said I still haven't played The Witcher 3.
Alright, I gotta move that. Give me a little bit of space here, Suki. Let me give you a little bit of space here, lady. I think it was like $7 on.
Haunted Taco 12 said I played the one with the cards that have naked ladies on them, whichever one that is.
I think I have that one somewhere. I think I got it on PS. I think that's on my PS3, which I may or may not even have anymore. So I guess maybe I don't have that one. But I know which one you're talking about. It's like Gwent and it's Gwent, but like telling the Witcher story. In a huge reveal at this week's Unreal Fest Orlando, Epic's Games and developer CD Projekt Red showcased a technical demonstration of Witcher 4 built in Unreal 5 using many of the latest tools and technologies. It offers a window into the future of The Witcher, not just in terms of what Ciri's saga will hopefully look like, but also the people we'll meet, the places we'll go, and the general vibe of the game we'll one day get our hands on. Well, maybe. I was really hoping that they would craft a story around a different Witcher. Something that wasn't related to, like, Geralt and Ciri. Although I always wanted Geralt and Ciri to make a cameo. And I guess Geralt is going to make a cameo in this game. But I wanted a different Witcher. I wanted a new Witcher.
Haunted_Wisp asks, how is it going?
I wanted a School of the Bear Witcher. Yo, what's up, Wisp? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I'm just sitting here rubbing Suki's face. I don't know if you can see her face, but she's got her face up here. Because her scabby little face is all itchy.
Haunted Taco 12 said, I'm just enraged that it is a woman.
Okay, I'm rubbing your... You don't have to give me that steak eye, Suki. I've been petting you. I've been petting you for about an hour now. Enraged that it's a woman. The demo is not gameplay. I can't even begin to pronounce that dude's name. As Kapinski explains to me, this quote was a demo that CD Projekt Red and Epic Games crafted so both companies can work on some technology that will be powering The Witcher 4 in the future. So it's not gameplay of The Witcher 4 per se. Okay. So, what are they saying, that town isn't actually gonna... The town in the mountains and shit's not actually gonna be in the game?
Haunted Taco 12 said it needs to be a gruff, white guy. I'm uncomfortable playing as anything else, even though I'm neither white or a guy.
But are you gruff? That's the question.
Genetic Memory Farm said, good evening, good peeps.
Yo, what's up, Genetic Memory Farms? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing?
Genetic Memory Farm said, I hope you are all safe and stoned.
I was wondering where that part was going to come in. You know, we've got half the state of Texas begging Greg Abbott not to ban THC. But we all know how that's going to...
said working on it. Haunted Taco 12 said it's amazing how feeble some people's reasoning for things.
You okay, Suki? Yeah, I mean, people have feeble reasons for things.
Genetic Memory Farms asks, heard Texas had some big hemp news. Sorry y'all lost some access. I am well, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. Oh, I'm doing alright. Will The Witcher 4 look like that? The visual quality of this tech demo is astonishing. We've been here before. Many people will remember,
Memory
yes.
Farms asks, so not official yet, just likely?
Just likely. Just likely. Not official. I don't think it's official yet. Many people will remember the first footage of Witcher 3 Wild Hunt or Cyberpunk 2077, which turned out to be more ambitious, at least visually, than the final product.
Make marijuana less safe to obtain and screw the extra tax money. Lynn Ratman said Lynn Ratman spawns in.
Yo, what's up, Lynn? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, we've already have a problem, a bit of a problem here in Texas with, like, some marijuana being found laced with fentanyl. So, like, that's a thing now.
Haunted_Wisp said, hey GMF, hey Len. Genetic Memory Farm said, welcome Len.
Yeah, I mean, the Texas state legislature, they only, like, convene once every couple years or so.
12 said, I'm not a user of weed, but come on. Dispensaries make it much more safe for people to get and use.
Let's see here.
Genetic Memory Farm said, if only people could home grow, super easy to safe clean medicine, like a tomato. Len Ratman said, hey Genetic and Wisp.
120,000 Texans send letter and petitions against THC ban to Governor Abbott. Colton Luther isn't one for inserting himself in politics. Yet last week he found himself writing a letter to Governor Greg Abbott. Luther works closely with farmers at Jeremy Green's, a hemp farm located just outside Austin. He said he said Senate Bill 3, which would ban consumable THC products like vapes and gummies, will have massive implications for hemp farmers. This is bad policy, he said. This is policy that will take away an entire industry. It takes away jobs. Whoa, I'm just trying to make sure you don't fall, that's all. Just trying to make sure you don't fall, that's all. That's all. You don't gotta get scared. You don't gotta get scared. You don't gotta rip a hole in my shorts either, okay? That's all. Okay. This is policy that takes away the entire industry. It takes away jobs, it takes away money. There is going to be a ton of devastation from this bill. Luther's message was one of roughly 120,000 handwritten letters.
Haunted Taco 12 said, I don't understand the logic of many politicians. Genetic Memory Farms said, just listen to Colton Luther's latest episode. Never seen him before on WeedTube, but seems legit.
WeedTube.
Haunted Taco 12 said, how many of them sleep at night is beyond me.
I mean, a lot of it is just narcissists, you know. To a degree, you have to be a narcissist to some degree to run for office, I think. You okay? You want me to take a break? No? Okay. When was this article? The 3rd.
Haunted Taco 12 said, Yolda 6th Suki.
Yeah, that poor Suki's in rough shape right now, although she's enjoying getting an hour-long rub down from me.
Haunted Taco 12 asks, Yolda 6 Galbi?
She was in here for a little while, and she was just, I think she got jealous. She was sitting there staring at me, petting Suki, like, how could you? Father, how could you? And then she turned around and left, so she's out there somewhere. She's out there somewhere. She can't be jealous. She's the one that cuddles up with me whenever I'm lying in bed, so... Yeah, so I guess it still hasn't been signed.
Haunted Taco 12 said, Darth Galbi.
Whoa, you're stepping on my cable here, lady. There we go. And this Suki is super restless, just flipping and flopping. You just want me to... I've been petting you for an hour now. You're not done yet? School vouchers, THC ban, property tax cuts. Here's what Texas lawmakers did in their 2025 regular session. So yeah, they wrapped up their session.
12 asks, are Suki and Galbi actual sisters?
Yeah, they are. They're from the same litter. There's a third sister out there somewhere too, who looks like a mix of the two. Like, if Suki and Galbi did the Dragon Ball Z fusion, that's what their sister looks like.
12 said, epic.
That's what their sister looks like. I mean, that's why I adopted them when I did, because I didn't want them to get split up. Alright, what did these assholes do? Texas lawmakers gaveled out their 140-day legislative session on Monday.
Said, I need to get a cat one day.
After passing a raft of conservative policies from private school vouchers to tighter bail laws that furthered the state's march to the right. Oh, great, because Texas wasn't conservative enough. The legislature wrapped up without the same drama that defined the end of last two sessions, with Democratic walkouts, last-minute impeachment, and unfinished priorities prompted overtime rounds of lawmakers. Oh, so Democrats aren't fighting back? Shocking. They just gave up. They're like, all right, whatever. You guys do whatever you fucking want to this shit state. This time, Governor Greg Abbott checked off every item on his main to-do list, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, the powerful hardline GOP Senate leader, accomplished the vast majority of his own priorities, working in concert with first-term House Speaker Dustin Burrows.
Wisp said I could ship you a cat I find outside.
Dustin Burrows, Republican of Lubbock, to send a laundry list of conservative bills to Abbott's desk. Suki, you're gonna fall off. And I don't want that to happen, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull your claws out and dig them into my leg in a desperate attempt to not fall. And that's gonna hurt. So I'm begging you, regain your footing, please. The GOP-controlled legislators' productive session left Democrats feeling dour.
Taco 12 said, of course it's Lubbock.
With only scattered wins, they were able to block a handful of Republican priorities, and they pushed several major bipartisan measures.
Genetic Memory Farms said, I also heard the Texas legislature wanted to take away the ability for local authorities to decriminalize or refuse prosecution for cannabis.
Yes, that's targeted
Texas
towards
has
Austin.
Too many conservatives and the numbers going up.
That's targeted towards Austin. I don't know if the number of conservatives are going up, honestly. When you look at the numbers, election year by election year, both local, general, the numbers are all relatively the same. Like, sometimes you get these hints where it's like, oh, maybe Texas is gonna go blue. But that's always a mirage. That's always a mirage. I think Texas is just what it is. Why is your fur coming up like this? Here are the policy areas that dominate the lawmakers' attention: school vouchers and public education funding.
Haunted Taco 12 said, did you hear about the guy that was tossing Molotovs at protesters up our way? I'm understanding with frustration on different ideals on things. Further violence is never the answer.
I did see that. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the dude's history. I guess he's like an Egyptian national who overstayed a visa. But whatever level of frustration that you have about, like, what's going on with Israel and Palestine, like, lobbing Molotov cocktails at random ass protesters is not going to ingratiate you any fans. Yeah, it's the opposite direction you're going to want to go. And I understand, like, frustrations that people have given that this thing's been going on for a year and a half, but still.
Farms said NPR has an interesting breakdown of areas that are Democratic, going more Democratic versus Republican, going more Republican. More areas are getting more red than blue by wider margins. Good article.
Can you send me the link to that article? So they did school vouchers and public education funding, THC and medical... Wait, what? What do they do to medical marijuana? Hemp hotels, recreational uses would be allowed.
Genetic Memory Farms said conservatives and Republicans really do have the superior numbers of voters and likely voters.
I think I don't know if I completely agree with that. Likely voters? Yes. Voters in general? I don't think so. I think it takes more to get Democratic voters out. More than the Democratic Party is really willing to do. But I'm not willing to say that they have numbers on us. Like, they struggle to win presidencies with popular votes every fucking year, basically. Or every election, every general election year at least. And, you know, whatever elections they win in the House, it's usually heavily gerrymandered.
Haunted_Wisp said, yay, it matters whether it rains or not for Dems. Haunted Taco 12 said, I'm on the side of not wanting anyone to get hurt.
You okay? You backing up? Alright, I'll leave you alone. You can go ahead and lick your paw if you want. Measure has met bipartisan resistance from veterans and activists in both parties who say an all-out ban is heavy-handed way of cracking down on more than 8,000 loosely regulated
Memory Farms
retailers.
said not in 2024. Trump solidly got the popular vote.
He did do that. What's up, lady?
Haunted Taco 12 said the Dems just didn't vote this year. I don't blame them in some regard. Kamala sucked and she was just kinda thrusted into the mix last minute.
Oh man. Suki, are you okay?
Haunted Taco 12 said that you have to weigh consequence.
I mean, you're eating food, you're jumping around, eating food, drinking your water. What's going on?
Haunted_Wisp said I got a book TV special with Jake Tapper and the other dude who writes about Biden's decline in the effort to cover that up.
Book TV. Oh, you got that book, that Jake Tapper book? Have you started reading it? Okay, Suki, okay.
Haunted_Wisp said just the author talk.
You know what, guys? I don't think Suki is doing too well right now. I think I might have to take her to a vet. You know, she was doing fine, and she's been eating and drinking and stuff, but now she's sitting here like she's starting to shake.
Haunted_Wisp said don't know.
All right, Suki. You know what? Let me get up. I'm gonna have to put you down if I get up. You're not gonna freak out, are you? I gotta get up. Let me see. Okay. You're just gonna, okay, so you're just gonna sit there and lick your arm, huh?
Haunted Taco 12 said hopefully she's okay.
Okay. I'm keeping her under strict observation right now.
Haunted_Wisp said my sentiments exactly. Genetic Memory Farms said poor kitty. Much love from the internet.
I think like when she
Haunted_Wisp said don't worry about us, we'll live.
Yeah, I think when she starts, like, she was just doing it. I know, I'm observing you. You're bad. She's mad because I'm not petting her. Like, I think that she's itchy. but she doesn't want to scratch the way she normally would because she's sitting on my lap. And I'm rubbing her, and I think that's giving her comfort, but it's not scratching the itch the way that, like, she wants it to be scratched. So I think that's causing her to, like, short circuit a little. Like, I don't know what to do. Am I going to scratch? Is he going to scratch? What's happening here? Which causes her to shake like that when I do rub her. But, let me look this place up real quick.
She_Stormshot said she's the itchy and scratchy show.
She really is. Just wish I knew what the hell triggered it.
Haunted Taco 12 asks, are her shots updated?
I might need to update her shots soon. Okay. She gets real concerned when I stop petting her. Okay, Suki. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it early so I can take Suki to see somebody. Like, I can't tell.
Farm said Devin, I just posted it in your Discord under news and current events and sent you the link. It was from the Daily with Michael Barbaro.
Awesome. I'll check that out. Like, I can't tell if she's warmer than usual or not. She might be, but I mean, I just can't tell. Alright, Suki, you want to take a little trip here? I know the answer to that question is no. You hate getting into that little fucking thing.
12 said hopefully it all works out and she's okay. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I hope so.
She_Stormshot said hope baby girl feels better soon.
Thank you. And Suki thanks you too. Right, Sukball? Suki, everyone's concerned about you. Let's go figure out if we can do something, okay?
Haunted_Wisp said alright Devin, much love to you and Suki. Many well wishes. Street Corner Becky said night all, less than 3 Suki. Street Corner Becky said Yolda 6 Suki.
Alright. Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate it. And Suki does too.
Haunted Taco 12 said Yolda 6 Suki. Gilf Connoisseur said by Alchun Kirby.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this truncated stream. Today's Tuesday. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or not. I'll be back at some point, but for now, Suki and I signing off. Cross your fingers that everything's fine. I'll see you guys when I see you. Take it easy, everyone.
Genetic Memory Farm said much love kitty.